Hi, I'm Kristen Amdahl with Red Heart Yarns. Today I want to show you how to make the heel portion on these crochet patterns of Waiting for Santa stockings. And if you notice, the pattern comes in 3 sizes. We have the large, medium, and small, and I'm going to demonstrate how to do the heel on the small one. So what we've done is we've done the first few rows of the stocking, and by the way, this is worked in flat rows, not rounds, and then we seam it at the end. So what we do now at this point is the next row in the pattern is to skip the first 23 stitches and then join and crochet the last 7. So you could count across 23, but just sometimes it's easier for me to just start from the other end. So I'm going to count back 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And we're going to join with a slip stitch, chain 1, and then single crochet in each of these 7 stitches. And then the pattern says to work into the, you're going to bring the leg around and then work into the first 7 stitches at this side of the row. So we're going to single crochet into this first one, and there's a tail from the last row, so I'm going to tuck it to the inside of the work to get it out of my way, and I'm going to just single crochet right into this next stitch, and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so now we've got our first row of the heel, and there's 14 stitches total. So now we're going to turn our work, or chain 1 and turn our work, and now we're going to decrease. And what we're going to do is decrease at the beginning and end of each row for a few rows. And a decrease in single crochet is a single crochet 2 together. So we're going to insert our hook into the next stitch, yarn over and pull up a loop, insert our hook into the next stitch, yarn over and pull up a loop. So we've pulled up a loop in the first 2 stitches. We now have 3 loops on our hook. We're going to yarn over and pull through all 3 loops on the hook. So now we've taken 2 stitches and turned it into 1 stitch. We're going to single crochet across the row until we get to the last 2 stitches, and we'll do the very same thing, a single crochet 2 together over the last 2 stitches, turning it from 2 stitches into 1 stitch. So now I'm going to get across there, we're almost there. Okay, we're down to our last 2 stitches. One thing to keep in mind is when at the beginning of a row, sometimes it's hard to tell which is the chain 1 and which is the stitch. So if you look at the top here, see how the stitches are actually a little bit flatter than the chain 1? The chain 1 kind of comes at a diagonal, not quite vertical, but kind of at a diagonal. That's not a stitch. These 2 are the last 2 stitches. So we're going to insert our hook into this stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, insert our hook into the next stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, and now pull through all 3 loops on the hook. That row was single crochet 2 together, crochet across to the last 2 stitches, single crochet 2 together. We're going to continue to do that now until we get down to 4 stitches. We now went from 14 to 12. So let's continue that row until we get to 4 stitches, and then I'll show you how to do the increase section of the heel. Okay, now I'm down to a decrease down to 4 stitches, and now in the next row we're going to start increasing back up to our original 14. Now mind you, the numbers I'm giving you are for the size small. For the larger sizes, you'll follow the numbers inside the parentheses. So we're going to do a chain 1, turn our work, and in the first stitch we're going to increase by working 2 single crochets into the same stitch. So insert our hook, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through both loops. There's 1 single crochet. Now into the very same stitch, we're going to work a 2nd crochet. Then we'll single crochet in each stitch across until we get to the last stitch, and then we'll work 2 single crochets again, making sure you get through both loops. There we go. So now we've increased from 4 stitches to 6 stitches, and you're going to repeat this row now, working 2 stitches in the first, 1 across the row, 2 stitches in the last, until you're back to your original 14. And what you'll have is this like diagonal line going in and then back out, and then I'll show you on the finished sock here that they're stocking. That's what we did here. So then you come down to this point, and then we'll work back and forth in rows to finish the sock, and then we seam up the back. This pattern for the crochet stocking and many more are available to download on the website, so come check it out at redheart.com.